loves, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading. This one's all about the rest of 2020. I'm so excited for it. Also, we haven't done this setup in a long time. I'm still working on it. It's actually the evening because I just filmed another pick a card this morning and it's getting kind of dark, so hopefully it doesn't get too dark. The movers, when I moved here, took my ring light and I don't have it, so I can't light it from the back right now. Yeah, and I'm still working. I plan on this whole setup to eventually be like a tropical crystal rainforest. That's the idea, but he's absolutely a work in progress. This is the only real plant in here right now, and I just stole him from my kitchen temporarily to snazzy it up in here a little bit. So anyway, if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm gonna give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So I usually put pile number one over here, but I didn't do that this time. I set it up in my backwards way for when I'm filming overhead. So over here is pile number one, then we have pile number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So if you guys like to choose with crystals below the cards, then without further ado, let's pop some crystals on these cards, starting now. Alright guys, so this is for the rest of 2020. Here are our crystal options. Over here we have some regular quartz, then over here we have some rose quartz, then we have some blue obsidian, and then we have some goldstone, and then we also have sunset aura quartz. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find that timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Then you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, starting now. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot believe how fast the year 2020 has gone by. So again, if you guys have chose pile number one, this is it with the rose quartz or regular quartz. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into what your prediction is for the rest of 2020, starting now. All right, so pile number one for the rest of 2020. Over here on the first side, we have the King of Pentacles upright, then we have the Magician, then we have Judgment reversed, then we have the Three of Swords being reversed, then we have the Two of Pentacles to end us off. So for the rest of your year, for the year of 2020, it looks like in the beginning of it, right now, the most immediate time that you guys are watching this, it looks like business is kind of moving forward. It looks like there's opportunities to make more money right now. I know that some people during this crazy time that we've been having have been feeling like they've had a lack of money, and then some people have been feeling like they've never made so much money before in their lives. For you guys, it looks like you're coming into more money by the end of the year with the King of Pentacles over here, since it is right up. This is like really prosperous, really good, really abundant. And with this card, this also represents like new business ventures, new ideas with business, new things with setting new foundations for yourself and feeling really comfortable. I feel like you guys are going to feel very abundant by the end of the year. I feel like you're going to feel very lavish, like you have a little bit of extra money to spend and things like that. But I do feel like there's somehow a career change or like a career promotion or some kind of like side hustle that's bringing in a little bit more money for you guys. And then it was also next to the Magician. This is all about making things happen. And so when it's next to the King of Pentacles, I really see that you guys are really starting to bring career ideas together, really starting to make things happen in terms of career, which is super exciting. I love hearing that. And it's just very promising, especially with the Magician. The Magician is such a powerful card because the Magician is all about like you have everything in front of you to make anything happen right now. You have all the tools in front of you, and it's almost like the magic is surrounding you. The magic is honestly surrounding us all the time, but with the Magician, it's just like extra. It's like this new life path. I feel like you're just gonna get so inspired and you have a lot of energy and things are just gonna be going really well. I think there's something big that you guys are planning, and there's something big that you guys have, like, you know, tucked away behind the curtain right now that you're getting ready to reveal, things like that. And then we do also have Judgment being reversed. I feel like you guys are finally letting go of old things. I feel like you guys are finally letting go of feeling or fearing what other people think about you or what other people say about you and things like that. I feel like your mental health is getting better. You feel like you're finally finding yourself being surrounded by like-minded people. I feel like you're finally finding the people that you resonate with, the people that you love in your life. And I feel like you're also, there's a sense of independence here because the King of Pentacles is very independent. And so there is this sense that, you know, the more time that you spend on your own, the more you're developing your own mind. And I feel like you guys are really up-leveling yourselves. And I feel like you guys are getting your shit together. You're literally getting your ish together, because the King of Pentacles is all about that ish. It's all about the material things in life. It's all about the physicality of life. So I feel like you guys are getting your health more in order. I feel like you guys are focusing a little bit more on making yourself the best version of yourself. The Magician is also the best version of yourself. And so I really feel like you guys are getting in tune with that you guys are getting on board with that, and you're like having all these different ideas and focusing on all the aspects of your life. I feel like you guys are also trying to find balance in all aspects of your life. You guys are looking at your romantic life and you're like, how can I fulfill myself? How can I love myself? And how can I bring that love to others? And then you're also thinking about what really inspires me, what ignites my fire, what really makes me passionate, and how can I focus on bringing more of that into my life, as well as career. You're focusing on material abundance and things like that, because of course we live in a reality where we need material abundance in order to get forward, in order to move forward. And you guys are also focusing on your own mind and your thinking patterns. I feel like you guys are kind of all encompassing right now. I feel like this time has been honestly really good to you. At least right now, it feels like things are really, they're going in a good direction. They're going to a good place. And yeah, with that Judgment, again, it's like we're letting go of things that were bothering us. We're finally like saying, you know what? I'm done with those old things. It's fine. We're going to let them go. And then with the Three of Swords being reversed as well, I feel like you guys may have let go of a relationship recently, or maybe you guys are, really feeling finally free instead of weighed down. There might have been a relationship that even ended in the past that still you were thinking about constantly, or you were upset about a situation, or felt like you were still held back by something that didn't work out in the past. And I finally feel like that's going away. It's healing. It's finally getting better. There could also be like things that you were worried about from the past. Maybe there was like, friends talking behind your back a while ago, or something along the lines of that, where that's finally letting go. I also feel like you're going to get an apology for someone, since we have Judgment reversed and the Three of Swords being reversed. I do feel like this is an apology coming in from someone who's going to be very sincere to you, someone who's quite apologetic about the past. They're genuinely sorry about, I said that in such a Canadian accent. They're genuinely sorry about the past and the things that you two have gone through, and I do feel like you're getting an apology from somebody. Then we also have the Two of Pentacles at the very end of the tarot card section, and the Two of Pentacles, I do feel like by the end of the year, you're going to be juggling multiple different things, and this could be to do with the fact that you guys are maybe opening up a new business or starting a side hustle or something like that, where you guys are focused on multiple things. And I really feel like with this Two of Pentacles, you guys are going to be really busy by the end of the year, but it's also in a balanced way because it's right side up. And so when the Two of Pentacles is right side up, it feels like we're busy, but we're happy busy, and we're filling our time with the things that we really enjoy, and we're feeling really balanced about it. It's not like you're overworking yourself. You're balancing all of the things, but your time is fully taken up, if that makes sense. But it is feeling really good, and it's moving forward, and it's somehow balancing itself in the chaos that you guys, it's going to be a busy end of the year, but you somehow are remaining balanced. You're staying balanced. Also, if we continue in this current cycle that we're in, it does look like you guys are going to stay pretty balanced through it all. It looks like mentally you're going to be feeling fine through it, and you're going to be able to find your center through it all. So that's really, really good. The next two cards that we have, or the next three cards that we have, is Surrender. So that's the first card of the three that we have over here. So Surrender, I do feel like you guys are again, letting go, and you're kind of going with the flow of the universe. You're letting go of those that old relationship, or those old scenarios that happened that maybe didn't make you feel the best, and you're finally being able to let go of that. You're surrendering to that divine. I do feel like you're also surrendering to the situations that are happening in our world right now, and it's helping you kind of cope through it. And I also feel like you're really finding your own roots. You're rooted in, and you're just surrendering to, it rains when it rains, and the sunshine when it shines, and I'm just going to go along with the flow of it, and I'm going to enjoy each and every different weather season that I come through. So I really feel like you're remaining balanced in that way. And then we do also have the Void over here. So I do feel like you might feel as though something's missing from your life. It could be because, again, you had something kind of leave your life recently, whether that was a relationship or you're finally healing from something. And I do feel like you still kind of feel like there's maybe something a little bit missing from your life. And it could be, you know, you're filling up your time with all these things. You're really manifesting really well, but there could still feel like there's something there's a page left unturned. I do feel like you're going to feel like that by the end of the year. Like, there was a page kind of left unturned over there. And so I feel like you're going to be searching for ways to fulfill that. And then we do also have speak truth over here. I really feel like that has to deal with this certain thing that was going on that I was talking about. So someone's either going to come and apologize to you. I feel like you're going to have to say some things as well to this person to kind of clear up the air and kind of find closure with this situation. And so I do feel like you guys are going to be hashing something out with somebody and kind of figuring things out in that sort of way. So I do see those two things. Our next two cards that we have new beginnings, and that number 44 is definitely standing out to me. So 44, this would equal number 8, obviously, and 4s and 8s both kind of represent like new business ventures and things like that. So there is good luck in business and finances and abundance and things like that. This is a time of abundance. This is a time of a new beginning. So I do see you guys kind of starting something new. This is reiterating that new, fresh beginning, especially in business. And I also feel like this new beginnings card, I feel like you guys are ready to start fresh. I feel like you're finally letting go of an old relationship. You're finally letting go of an old way of life. You're finally letting go of maybe an old job or an old business as well. And you're finally being able to push forward into something new. So I do see that new beginnings. Butterflies might also appear to you a lot close to the end of this year. So definitely look for that, because anytime a butterfly comes up, most likely it is representing a new beginning for you or a transformation that you guys are going through. But I do feel like you guys are transforming a large part of yourself by the end of the year. And then we also do have this grace card. Love this card so much. So it really does seem like you guys are really walking through life with grace. You're really walking through life with this like pristine feeling. It's almost like you guys are in a bliss, even though yes, there's chaos happening, there's busyness happening. You guys are starting all these new things, but it's like you're walking through life feeling so good about it. You're walking through life feeling like, you know what, I made all the right decisions and I'm happy. Even though there's certain things in my life that didn't work out, I'm happy that they didn't, because they taught me so much. Now I can go on in life in this new way and start these new things and things like that. So I do feel like you're feeling really, really good about it. I feel like the end of the year is going to feel flowing. It's going to feel good. And I also see these women over here that are like dancing, and they're obviously enjoying their time. So I really feel like you are going to be able to celebrate by the end of the year. I feel like you're going to have like a close few friends that you hang out with by the end of the year to spend the holiday time with, because of course that's what ends off our year, right? And I also just remembered that all of my family is in Canada. And I have no family down here where I am. And I don't think the borders are going to open up by then. We'll see. We'll see. But I might be having to spend Christmas with my friends this year as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, back to this. Our next card that we have is a nurturing heart mother. I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. So I really feel like you're going to have a new appreciation for life. I feel like you guys are going to have this new appreciation for all the beings that are in your life. I feel like your sensitivity is heightening. And I feel like you guys are feeling more connected. It's almost like this spiritual, not necessarily a spiritual awakening, but a slight bit of a spiritual awakening where you guys are just feeling more and more connected to the world and realizing how much that you love and want to give to the world and nurture it. And I do feel like you might become a little bit more environmentally aware by the end of the year. And then we do also have air element. So I embrace the air element. I am open to all knowledge and wisdom. So air element is all about knowledge and wisdom. Air element is all about, like the air signs, which is all about the mind, all about learning new things. And so I do feel like by the end of the year, you're going to be really keen on like starting something new. I feel like you guys might be picking up new books and learning new things as well. You're going to be really intrigued to do that. And I feel like you guys are going to have the extra time to do that. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of really deep conversations with people. Also, I'm really feeling like around December, especially, you guys are going to have some really deep, like wisdom talks with some people. You guys even might make some new friends, because the air element deals with our conversation with new friends and things like that. So I do feel like around maybe even end of November and December, I feel like you guys have this sort of these new people that you're talking to, or it could even be your same people, but you're going a little bit deeper with them and talking about even deeper things with them. So I really feel like there's that kind of aspect, and I feel like you're learning a lot from them. You're able to really bounce off ideas from each other and have like much deeper talks. And our last two cards for the end of your guys' year, we have Uranus and we have Neptune. Ooh, so those two planets are next to each other all the time. That's pretty fun. Well, not all the time, but in recent years, they've been kind of close, but not really anymore because now they're in two separate signs. But when I was born, they were conjunct. Anyway, we have Uranus, Genius. This is ruled by Aquarius. Again, I feel like you guys are learning new things, learning new knowledge. This is also, I feel like you guys are going to be heightened more environmentally. You're going to be more environmentally aware. So again, this card is just reiterating both of those things. Again, I do feel like also since Uranus, it rules, Aquarius rules Uranus, and that is ruled, Aquarius rules the 11th house, and the 11th house is the house that you look at when you look at friendships, when you look at the environment, when you look at the world. And so I feel like you guys are going to be really interested somehow in connecting to the world and connecting to new people. So I really see you guys making new friends. I really see you guys bouncing off knowledge with other people that are around you, and I feel like there's new people around you that you're going to be able to really talk to about deeper subjects, as well as some esoteric subjects, because we have Neptune over here. So this is talking about your fantasies. This is talking about a dreamlike world. Neptune on this card says sacrifice. Neptune isn't always sacrifices. It is ruled by Pisces. It talks about the 12th house, you know, that kind of stuff. It's all connected. But Neptune is it's a water planet, right? And it's all about your emotions, getting deeper into your emotions. And I really feel like you are doing some like heart chakra healing, because this card is very green, and so immediately I was like, oh, that's like such a heart chakra healing. And I feel like you guys are going to really pay attention to like creating a dream world where you can relax in, where you guys can feel like it's evergreen. That's like the perfect word, actually. A business that's evergreen, where you're not needing to work so hard to make money all the time, and you can relax in it. And heal your heart, have time for yourself and things like that. And Neptune is also all about your dreams. I feel like your dreams are going to be very significant in the next coming months. By the end of 2020, I feel like your dreams are really going to speak out to you a lot. And a lot of your dreams, you're going to be thinking about your fantasy life, essentially, and thinking about how can I bring that into my reality. So that's what I see for you guys, pile number one. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. That was a weird kiss. Bye. All right, it's definitely getting a little dark in here, but pile number two, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about the rest of 2020. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number two, my rose quartz pile. For you guys, we have the Lovers upright, then we have the Six of Wands upright, then we have the Sun upright, then we have the Ace of Pentacles upright, and then we also have the Four of Pentacles upright. So a lot of upright cards happening right now. Let's talk about what all of this signifies. So when we have the Lovers upright to begin with, I get the feeling that most of you guys who chose this pile are in a relationship, and it's next to the Six of Wands, and so this is kind of like transitioning to a new phase, transitioning to a new era. So you guys might be like moving in together or moving somewhere new or something along the lines of that. It can sometimes also indicate breakups, but since it's surrounded by all these really good cards, I really don't see that for you guys. It can sometimes signify that, but I really don't see that. All these cards are very positive, and I don't really see anything like that kind of happening. If you guys are not in a relationship, it does look like you do have the possibility of meeting somebody and talking to somebody. Whether or not that goes anywhere, that's really up to you at the end of the day. But it does look like there is a potential of somebody coming in, or like a friendship. It does look like possibly even maybe you're moving in with a friend of yours or something along the lines of that. But somehow a relationship, a really close relationship to you, is kind of moving into the next step, or like a deeper stage. Maybe you even yourself, because the Lovers can also deal with the way that we're accepted in society. And so maybe you've always been a people pleaser, and you're like, you know what, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop being such a people pleaser. I need to start speaking my mind, things like that. It can also represent that. So I feel like on a layered level, it's kind of like multiple things at once. I do feel like most of you guys who chose this pile are going through a little bit of that letting go of people-pleasing type mentality, as well as I do feel like there is a relationship, a significant relationship in your life where you guys are kind of like transitioning into a better time. And I also feel like you're getting closer with somebody. There could be talks about like deeper commitment with somebody, something like that, or you're just like, you're strengthening the bond with somebody that's close to you. That could even be a friendship or a family member, or a lover. it could be any of the above. Lovers signifies a significant relationship to us. So I do feel like there's a significant relationship that is like moving to the next level and going to clearer waters. You guys are going to a better space together, essentially. And then we also do have the Sun card. The Sun card makes any card in the whole reading, makes all the cards in the whole reading very, very positive. This is such a positive card to come up. And so this is essentially like we're feeling really good, we're feeling really fresh, we're feeling really renewed. I do feel like by the end of the year, you're gonna be feeling like, you know what, everything is all right. Everything's pretty Gucci. And I do feel like there's a lot of things that are moving in a positive direction for you. The Six of Wands, whenever we have the Six of Wands come up, this transition talks about that it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure in a way, or like kind of like a bittersweet moment, because it's like we're leaving behind an old, you know, stage of our life, and you know, it's kind of like I'm gonna miss it, but at the same time, you guys are so ready for this next step, you're so ready for this next stage, and so that's always really exciting. The Sun can sometimes indicate that we have new family members coming in. So it could be that somebody's having a baby, maybe even you were having a baby. I don't know. It represents that sometimes. So it will mean that for some of you, maybe like 20% of you watching this are going to be welcoming a new family member in by the end of the year. And then we also do have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like, I do feel like there's some sort of opportunity by the end of the year, closer to the end of the year, where you guys are going to be setting a sturdier foundation. And this could be financially with your job, with your career, or it could be just a higher level of commitment in a relationship. Somehow you're really solidifying something to a better level. And there's also something that you guys have been thinking about doing that is probably going to begin by the end of the year, because Ace of Pentacles is also a new idea that we have that has really big potential to be something that's quite stable for us and quite secure, but it just depends how much energy we put to it. And since it's next to the Sun, I really feel like this is a really positive thing. It could have a lot of positive potential and possibility, and it does have a lot of positive potential and possibility. And with the Four of Pentacles as the last card, I feel like you guys have to invest money into something, and you're feeling like you need to save up some money to invest it in a new idea of yours of some kind. And you're feeling like you need to save up a little bit. There could also be by the end of the year, maybe you've been spending money a little bit more frivolously, and kind of like readily handing out that coin. And you're gonna realize by the end of the year, it's like, ooh, kind of like hold on. There's something I feel like it's financially that you're kind of holding on to it a little bit, and you're feeling like, I should really save right now, and I should really like hold my money tight to make sure that I'm good. I feel like there's a little bit of worries around money by the end of the year, but at the same time, it's surrounded by all these good cards. I honestly think that you guys are going to be fine, but the Four of Pentacles does kind of signify someone who is holding on really tightly to their finances, or for something that gives them security. So even if it's a relationship that gives you security, it's like you're kind of holding on to it a little bit too tight. You don't want to completely choke it. You just want to, like, you know, nurture it, keep it there, but you don't want to like just free it up a little bit. Okay, that's my advice. The next three cards that we have over here, we have Ask Body. So I feel like your intuition is going to be really high this year, and I feel like, yeah, so intuition's really high, and also I feel like you're kind of redefining yourself a little bit. So Ask Body, I do feel like you're gonna you're starting a new journey on focusing about your health as well with the Sun over here. I feel like you guys are like, how could I be a little bit more healthy? And I feel like your body is gonna really be talking to you a lot by the end of the year. I feel like there's a lot of signals that your body's gonna be giving you about your current health, and I feel like your body's gonna be like, drink more water, or eat a little bit healthy, or like stop snacking on the snacks. Go grab a nice meal. Like, I feel like there's going to be a couple of those little nuances that you're going to have at the end of the year that kind of push you towards living a little bit of a healthier life as well. And then we do also have the card of the Explorer. So when we have the Explorer and we also have the Six of Wands and the Sun, those two cards can indicate travel. Of course, with the current restrictions that we have, I don't think travel is really in the picture for a lot of us, but who knows, maybe by December, you guys are gonna be able to take a little bit of a road trip. Maybe you guys have family that you're going to go visit, that you're able to actually travel and see. But we do have the Explorer, so I do feel like there's some sort of travel that is in the books for you by the end of the year, even if it's just like a small road trip or something like that. But I do feel like you're exploring new realms. This could also be exploring new realms of possibility for yourself. I do see a potential move, so maybe you guys are actually moving, or you're just like going to visit someone. Somehow there's a lot of energy movement. You're traveling a little bit by the end of the year. And then we also have the card of love. So we have the Lovers and the Love card. So if you guys don't have love in your life, I would not be surprised if you'll start talking to somebody by the end of this year. And before the end of the year, I feel like you're really gonna start to make a romantic connection with somebody. If you guys are already in a relationship, I just see that relationship going really well. I feel like there's a lot of love to be shared. There's a lot of love that is going to be going around during the rest of 2020 for you guys. The next two cards that we have the card of victory. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. And so I do feel like there's going to be some good accomplishments by the end of the year. We do have that Ace of Pentacles card. And so with this accomplishment, I feel like you guys are going to feel really good. I also feel like it's victory and love as well, because we have a lot of those love cards around. But if you guys are like about to start this new idea, I feel like you guys are like, I'm investing into it. I got to invest in myself. I got to invest in my own time. And I feel like you guys, yeah, I'm definitely picking up on the energy of investing in the self. So what I'm really getting is that there's something that you guys want to do, or it could even be like some long-term just investing in yourself in some sort of way, making sure that you're good and that you are healthy and that you are going to be abundant for the rest of your life. So I feel like there's some sort of like investing in yourself, maybe making a big purchase as well, where you guys are going to be like, holding on to that money a little bit, because there's something real pretty that you want out there. And I feel like you guys might be like, time to splurge on it. A lot of people tend to make bigger purchases around Christmas. So, I mean, it's kind of making sense anyway, isn't it? But I do feel like you guys might be making a bigger purchase for sure around that time, especially with that victory. I feel like, yeah, definitely some big purchases in store for you guys by the end of the year. And it's one that I feel like you're really treating yourself with something. I definitely have to adjust my leg. Oh my gosh, it is like cramping and falling asleep over here. And then we also have divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their messages be clear and kind. So divine guidance. I feel like you guys are getting into alignment. I feel like you guys are finally getting onto the path that you really, really want to be on, especially with that Ace of Pentacles. It's like you guys have this idea, this new beginning that you guys want to begin and start. And I feel like you're really being guided towards that. And I feel like it really has that potential for big success, since we have that victory card. Whatever you guys are thinking of, brewing in your head, whatever you guys are investing in, some big purchase, allow it to guide you into creating more abundance for you. And you can use it in that way. You can say like, for example, if you're buying a new car or something, you could be like, you know, as I drive this car, it's going to be so much easier for me to drive a new car. I won't have to worry about anything anymore. It's less stress, which will push me better and better into my future. It is a good investment. You know what I mean? So there is some purchases like that you can definitely, you know, really allow your subconscious to absorb the good feelings and allow it to really benefit you. The next two cards that we have is release, and then we have sacral chakra. Ooh, so with this release card, it says, I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. So there will be obviously things that you're leaving behind with that Six of Wands that we had over here. Oh wow, I kept looking at the Six of, you know, it's so funny. I kept reading the Six of Wands as the Six of Swords for whatever reason. That is so weird. That like never happens. That was obviously a weird, like, it's almost like we went to a new dimension right now. Oh my gosh. The Six of Wands is like success. But for some reason I kept seeing the Six of Swords, and I kept reading it as that bittersweet sort of like moving sort of energy. Interesting. I feel like there's obviously like a layer there of the universe. I feel like everything always happens for a reason. So there's a reason why I saw it like that at first. But with the Six of Wands, that is a huge success. This is you feeling like you're on top of your game. You feeling like you're getting big recognition for something. And so I do feel like with the Lovers card, somehow you and maybe your partner, or if you don't have a partner, you might even meet someone who's quite successful. You might even meet somebody by the end of the year, and you're going to feel like, ooh, I feel really good about this person, really excited about them. If you are in a relationship, this is kind of like somehow you two are making like a big step together. Somehow you two are like really feeling like you are taking a big step, and you're getting a lot of recognition for that big step. So maybe you guys are accomplishing something together. Maybe you guys are planning something out that you're ready to like do and ready to reveal, but somehow there's a lot of recognition that you guys are getting by the end of the year. And then also with this release card, I released that which does not serve my highest purpose. This would be like, you know, as you kind of step into this new energy, I feel like the end of 2020 is this whole new energy for you guys where you're stepping into like recognition, you're stepping into kind of being the center of the universe, because we also have the sun. The Six of Wands reminds me of a very Leo-esque type of energy, and then the sun is of course ruled by Leo. So there is this need for, not necessarily need, but you guys just are going to be getting a lot of recognition. You are going to be getting very noticed. And with this release card, you're going to begin to release all the things that kind of weigh you down, all the things that kind of hold you back. I think as you excel forward, and this happens all the time, as you push more forward, you get more resistance from the people that want to pull you back. And that's because, you know, you're still tied to them. It's like pulling a string and being like, oh, I'm going this way. And they're like, no, don't leave me, you know. And so there's like this resistance and this pull back and forth. So I feel like you guys are finally going to be releasing the things that hold you back, whether it's people, whether it's situations, whether it's things, habits, old patterns. You're going to be releasing those things, especially if it has to deal with your health as well. I feel like you're releasing kind of like bad habits and stuff around that. Then we also do have the sacral chakra. I feel comfortable in my own body. I am sensitive to other people's feelings. And so comfortable in my own body, that might be a huge significant factor for you guys of like, you know, body. I feel like you guys are getting into alignment of feeling good about yourself, giving yourself really good self-love, the TLC that you all deserve. And so I feel like you guys are finally doing that. And sacral chakra also deals with relationships. And so the fact that we have love, relationships, we have the lovers over here, I do feel like there is a potential for somebody to come in your life, or if you're already in a relationship, it's just going to be a very significant thing that's playing out by the end of the year, is like you and that relationship are going to play a significant part. I can't get over the fact that I was reading Six of Wands as Six of Swords. That is just so wild. I can't even remember the last time that that's happened to me. Wow, says. Anyway, moving on to our last two cards. Cancer. I feel Cancer is ruled by the moon over here. This is all about our emotions, all about our feelings. I feel like that's going to be a really like significant part in the rest of the year, is kind of listening to your intuition, listening to the way things are making you feel, and letting that creativity out as well. I think your intuitive senses are going to be quite heightened, and that's why we also have divine guidance. I feel like you're going to have to listen a lot to your intuition, especially when it comes to like a big purchase that you're making or a big investment into yourself that you're making. You're going to have to really listen to your body, what your body's telling you about the current food that you're eating and the current food that you're putting into your body. I think that's going to be something that you're very aware of, especially since Cancer also rules the stomach. If you guys have been feeling any like stomach things lately, the things that you've been eating and stuff like that, it's going to be really apparent to you that you need to pay attention to that, okay? And then we also do have the 9th house of faith, and this is ruled by Sagittarius. This deals with our philosophy on life. This deals with, you know, being a teacher and also learning a lot, and also feeling our freedom and our creativity. So I do feel like you guys are kind of expanding in all of those different areas. And the 9th house also kind of signifies travel as well. And we do have the Explorer and the Sun. So, I mean, honestly, you guys, I'm really feeling like there's some sort of travel in the books for you, at least by the end of the year. Maybe you're going to visit family, like I said, something along the lines of that. But I do see somehow there's like definitely a possibility of traveling a lot by the end of the year. So, I mean, it came up in the reading. We'll see how it plays out, right? I know not a lot of people can travel right now, but I know a lot of people that still do road trips and stuff like that. So maybe it's one of those. You guys will have to let me know what it is that you guys are doing by the end of the year. Maybe borders are going to open up again. I don't know. We're going to see. I know they'll open up eventually, but like by the end of the year, I don't know. We'll see. Right? So that's basically what I'm seeing over here. Let's see if I can find anything else. I feel like you guys might learn a little bit more. You guys might be studying a little bit more of the esoteric stuff as well. I feel like, again, you're really working on your intuition. So there might be a few things that you're really drawn to esoterically that you're wanting to learn and incorporate as well. So I do see a little bit of that with the 9th house and with the sun and with divine guidance and things like that. So definitely that's what I see for you guys for the end of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright, so pile number 3, my blue obsidian pile. If you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your end of 2020, the rest of the year prediction for the rest of 2020. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, starting now. Okay, so pile number 3, here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the Wheel of Fortune being reversed, then we have the Three of the Wands reversed as well. Then we also have the Queen of Cups reversed, then we have the Eight of Cups reversed, and then we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So like, what is happening over here with all of these reversals, you guys? What is going on? The last pile, I think we had everything right side up, and you guys are like all reversed. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because in fact, the Eight of Swords being reversed is so much better. Oh my gosh. That's a really good thing. So anyway, let's talk about what all of this is signifying. So with the Wheel of Fortune being reversed to start us off, you guys might have been going through a bit of a tipsy-turvy time where it feels like things are, one minute they're like, woo, and one minute they're like, eh. You know, it's kind of like this feeling that we're going through a little bit of the spin cycle. It's like someone threw you in the wash machine and you're on the spin cycle, you guys. It's like, you can't even wrap your head around it. Even me just looking at that, I'm like, it's like the clock just like, time just feels like it's flying. You guys also might be someone that's feeling like time is a little bit of a delusion right now, because for one thing, I feel like you guys are looking at 2020 like this has been the longest year ever, and also at the same time it's been like the shortest year ever. And it's kind of like, again, you're on the spin cycle. Everything feels a little bit loopy. Everything feels a little bit backwards. It's like you're in a whole different dimension right now. So that's what I'm picking up from the Wheel of Fortune being reversed over there. And then we also have the Three of Wands being reversed. And so this is feeling like you are being restricted from doing the things that you want to do. I feel like there's a lot of plans that you guys have had, but you feel like your inspiration is taking a little bit of a hit because there's things that you wanted to do, and it's like you've been held back from them. And I feel like there's a desire to travel with the Three of Wands, but it's like you're not able to like go where you wanted to go, or maybe a certain plan got canceled at you on you in 2020, and it feels like, man, it's a little bit of a damper. But I do feel like by the end of the year, it's getting better, so just like bear with me, okay? And then we do also have the Queen of Cups being reversed. And so it kind of, I feel like you guys are basking in the emotion of feeling like 2020 got kind of like ripped from you a little bit. I feel like you guys are kind of still stuck in that emotion a bit, and I feel like you guys need to just like let it be what it is and make the most of it. And I know that some people kind of have a problem hearing that, because I know some people, and again, we're all different. There's nothing wrong either way. But I feel like, you know, some people are taking this as a way of like, you know what, just let me sulk in it. Just let me sulk in it. And if you guys want to do that, then do that. That's totally fine. But I'm just letting you guys know that there's a different aspect of this that you could look at it in a new perspective. You could kind of switch your mind frame. But if you're using it as a time, like some of us need to go through times like this when we are just experiencing sort of like a sadder emotion, and it's in order for us to kind of like release stuff from the past anyway, in order for us to just kind of have an experience in itself anyway. Some of us, our soul just kind of like calls for that sort of feeling during certain times. It ends up being a big learning part for us. There ends up being a lot of learning in it. So there's honestly nothing wrong with it, but I do feel like you guys have been kind of like feeling a little bit emotionally drained from it, a bit uninspired as well, and feeling like there was some traveling that had got canceled on you, and you're definitely feeling the itch. You're definitely getting the travel bug. Maybe there's certain friends or family members or lovers or something that live at a distance from you, and you're feeling the distance right now. You're noticing the separation of that. And so I feel like it's kind of been bothering you a little bit extra lately. And also then we have the Eight of Cups being reversed. And so I feel like there's something in your life where you're wondering, do I continue on with this or do I let it go? This could be a job that you're at. This could be a relationship that you're in, something along the lines of that. There is a job or relationship or something that matters to you that you're wondering, like, do I just give up on it and let it go? Or do I try to come back to it and rekindle it? Do I put in all of the effort to continue it, or do I just let it go and release the stress? I feel like there's something that you feel unsure about and you're not really sure whether to stay or go. And I do feel like you're going to be figuring that out by the end of the year. By the very end of it, we end on the Eight of Swords being reversed. And this is a great card because it feels like our freedom is back. It feels like we're getting unstuck. And so I really feel like by the end of the year, you're going to feel this massive relief where you're like, you know what? I'm done being the victim of this. I need to let all of my thoughts go on this. I need to let the stress go. I need to release it. So I feel like you guys are just going to be like, it's finally good. It's finally gone. And then you're finally going to free yourself. It's literally the card of like liberation, which like I can hear the birds singing right now for you guys at the end of it. It's like all of a sudden the rain cloud above your head's just like, okay, I'm gonna leave. And you get like that sun halo that comes around you and it's like, ah, in the movies when you see that. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys with that. Also with the Eight of Swords reversed, it feels like you're finally getting over a situation where you felt confused and you felt stuck. So I feel like that also has to deal with the situation that you're a little bit confused about, whether to stay or go. And I feel like you're finally going to get your answer on that by the end of December. So I really feel like you guys are finally going to be able to make a clear decision about that by the end of December. I feel like it's going to be a lot of back and forth until then, but I feel like you guys are going to finally be able to make that decision by the end of the year. And then our next three cards, we have Connect to Heart. And so I feel like one of the biggest things that you guys are going to realize through this is that you really need to find what your heart is calling for. And I feel like that's one of the major reasons why this last half of the year, or maybe even most of the year for you guys, has been a bit of a damper. I feel like it's because your heart feels like it's blocked off, although it's not. You can never actually physically block off your heart in any sort of way. But of course, with our idea of how reality works and our idea of what we do want to experience, and it gets altered and we don't really know how to move along with the changes, it can be difficult. Our heart can feel trapped. But I mean, it is all an illusion at the end of the day. But this card's all about connect to heart. I feel like by the end of the year, I feel like you're going to really be able to connect back to some people that really matter to you, because the dog is very loyal again. It's all about family members, lovers, friendships that really mean a lot to you. And so I feel like by the end of the year, you're going to really be able to really connect to these people again. And I feel like there's this feeling of rekindling and reconnection that's going to be really beautiful. And then we also do have the card of boundaries. And so with this card, I feel like you guys are finally like, you need to create certain boundaries for yourself, but also not feel restricted by boundaries that other people put on you. It's like, it's your decision whether or not you take that or not. A lot of us feel victimized because we get boundaries put on us, but those boundaries aren't really there. I mean, if you still have to listen to your parents or something like that, I can see why those boundaries would have to be there. But I mean, if you guys are an adult now, those boundaries are an illusion, but sometimes we're still trapped in the idea that, like, you know, we need to listen to the boundaries and things that other people put on us. So that's just one of the cards that I feel like is coming up to let you guys know that I feel like you've been in a shell for most of the year, and I feel like you've kind of been like wallowing in your own shell and letting it be there. And I feel like people have been tapping on your shell trying to be like, hey, do you want to come out and do this? And you're like, no. But I feel like by the end of the year, I feel like you're finally like opening up again. And I feel like you're finally going to be able to spread your wings, because we have the Ascension card, which is the card of like, you know, up-leveling yourself, moving yourself forward, feeling like you have your wings again. So somehow by the end of the year, you're going to literally feel liberated. You're going to feel like you have your wings again. I feel like you're going to feel your freedom again, and you're finally going to be ready to just let go of this old way, and you're finally going to be able to move forward with yourself. And then the next two cards that we have the Peace card, Brigid Goddess, in your sacred name, align me within me, peace is flame. So I feel like you guys are going to find your inner peace. You guys are going to find your inner sanctuary. I feel like as long as you guys create like a sanctuary around you and just enjoy your time, whatever it may be, if you can figure out how to enjoy your time wherever you are, you've literally mastered reality, okay? And I feel like you guys are going to be able to really think about, where do I feel peaceful? What is my peace? And there could be a lot of manifesting in that as well. I see you guys possibly dabbling in a little bit of magic to help things move forward, and to help you guys kind of like manifest a reality that you want to be in. And then we also have true love come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do, so mote it be. So you guys might be attracting romance. You guys might be attracting a situation, because maybe you're in a long distance or something like that, and you haven't been able to see your person in a little bit. If that is the case, I do feel like you guys are going to finally feel like plans to reunite are finally envisioned again when we have this card. It could also be with family members that you might be missing, things like that. And I do feel like you guys are, at the end of the year, really going to be trying to connect and open up your heart again, because we have that connect heart. We have the true love card over here. So I really feel like you guys are going to really be trying to open up your heart again, and ask yourself the big questions of, what does true love really look like in terms of career, in terms of my actual soulmate, things like that. What does it actually look like? And I feel like that's going to help bring your answer about that certain back and forth thing that you've been going on about. So I feel like it's multi-layered in that aspect. And then we also have the card of your own path. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. So I feel like you guys, you know, you're a unique person. Of course, there's sometimes that you might feel a little bit alone because it's like, are other people experiencing the same thing as you? Yes, there are, but maybe not in like your immediate vision. So sometimes we can feel alone in that, but you guys are carving a unique path for yourselves. I feel like you guys are going down. I feel like, you know, since you guys are going about life in this way, I feel like there's a reason behind this, and I feel like there's a bigger learning lesson behind all of this, and I feel like it's going to help you carve a unique path for yourself. I feel like it's going to push you in a very unique direction, and so I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like you are honestly carving a unique direction for yourself, and I feel like once everything's kind of going more back to normal, which hopefully it will be doing that soon, but I'm kind of picking up on the idea that you guys will have kind of figured out a new path for yourself, because during this time I feel like the reason why you don't feel aligned, the reason why you don't feel good right now is because you're not aligned to the new shift that is taking place. You're being slightly taken off your path, but it's because, yes, you can carve a new path in this way, but it's almost like you were like an ant digging your trail in the ground, and then some kid came along and smushed your trail, and you were trying to get to like the food that was like over there in the sand, and you're like, well, shit. What do I do? And you've kind of been wallowing there like, damn it. But I feel like you guys, by the end of this year, you're finally going to be like, you know what? I could just make a new path. Yeah, it might take a little bit longer. Yes, it's a bit longer of a route, but it's going to build those muscles for one. It's healthy to get that exercise, right? And there's probably a lot of other good aspects to it as well. So maybe you're going to actually run into like treasure along the way. Maybe along that path, maybe the universe was like guiding you, being like, don't take the quick path. We're going to put in all these obstacles because we want you to go take the long path, because maybe there's treasure along that path that you would have never realized because there's treasure bird in the sand and you would have never seen it otherwise. So I really feel like that's kind of like what's brewing over here, if that makes sense. So yes, it has sucked for a little bit, but guess what? I feel like there's blessings and surprises in it that you guys have not been able to see yet, but you guys will be seeing, okay? And then the next card that we have is Archangel Michael. I am grateful for the strength, like I was saying, you guys are the ant building up that strength, and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. So let me just reread that because I like cut off that sentence, probably not making sense right now. So I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. So if you guys are ever feeling like you need more strength, you need more courage, you guys can actually call on Archangel Michael. I know a lot of people that work with the angels, they really like to call on the archangels at times. Like Archangel Raphael is really good for healing and stuff we need to heal. And Archangel Michael is really good at protection. So anytime that you need strength to get through a situation, anytime you just need that courage and that willpower to like get through, calling on Archangel Michael's energies can be very powerful. And so highly recommend that to you guys that feel like you need that little boost and that uplift once in a while to be able to do that, and also feel like you guys are like gaining that willpower by the end. And I feel like that's why this card is coming up, is because like there's this, you guys are being empowered by that energy, okay? You're being empowered with that willpower and that strength to like get through it. And then the next card that we have, our last two cards, we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings, which is ruled by Scorpio. And then we have the 7th house of partners, which is ruled by Libra. So this is interesting. So endings and beginnings, this is like, you guys are ending an old phase, and I feel like by the end of the year, I feel like you're finally like, oh my god, I can take a breath of fresh air. I feel like by the end of the year, a phase will have ended for you guys. You're able to take that fresh breath of air and feel a lot more freedom. And then we also do have the 7th house of partners. I feel like you guys are being reunited with people that you love. I feel like love might be even stepping on your doorstep at some time if you guys don't already have a partner. But I feel like most of you guys who chose this pile probably maybe do, or at least somebody that you're really close to that you're really missing during this time. But I feel like this reuniting sort of energy, I feel like you're going to be reunited with friends, people that really matter to you, people that you know. And the 8th house of endings and beginnings, it's like it's finally time for a breath of fresh air and moving on to a new stage of your life. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys All right, so pile number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be a reading all about the rest of 2020. Also, yes, it is absolutely getting dark in here. It is, but we're making it work. So without further ado, let's hop right into you guys' reading, starting now. All right, so pile number 4, here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the 8 of Pentacles being upright, then we have the 2 of Swords being reversed, which is actually great being reversed. Then we also do have the 9 of Cups being reversed, then we have the 2 of Cups being reversed, and then we have the 10 of Wands upright. So, woo, lots going on over here. So to start us out, when we have the 8 of Pentacles, there's a lot that you guys are like busying yourselves with. I feel like you guys are also being a little bit more creative during this time. I also feel like you guys are working on putting your ducks in order. I feel like you guys are working on your own organization to get your lives in order, and you're really taking this time to like be busy and get yourself ahead. I feel like you're really like, let's just do this. Let's be on the grind. Let's learn new things. Let's do this. And I feel like there's a sense of like having to do it, but there's also this sense of like have the willpower to get ahead. It's kind of like both of those two feelings kind of mixed together. And then we do also have this 2 of Swords being reversed. And so I feel like you guys are finally like ready to open up. You're finally ready to move forward. You're finally ready to like, you're like, I'm done with relaxing. I'm so done with relaxing. I'm just ready to like move forward. I'm ready to do things. I'm ready to get up off my butt. I'm ready to like get up and out there. So I feel like you guys are finally getting a little bit antsy with that, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take up my time doing this, I'm gonna take up my time doing that. I feel like there's even a part of you that's like, I want to reorganize my life. I want to like redo things. I want to get my eggs in a row, and I want to make them beautiful, beautiful eggs. And then we also do have the 9 of Cups being reversed. So I do feel like you feel delayed in a way, and I feel like you're taking out this delay, and you're like, okay, there's certain things in my life that I cannot do right now, that are delayed right now because of all the probably the things that are happening right now. I feel like a lot of us are feeling delayed, but since we do have that card right here, I feel like you're like, one of those wishes that I really want to do right now, I cannot do, and it's put on a hold, it's put on a delay. But I feel like you're taking up your time instead by like focusing on the other things that are around you and putting all of your energy towards those, which is making you really ultra focused on certain things. And then we do also have the 2 of Cups being reversed as well. And so when the 2 of Cups is reversed, I feel like you guys are, there could even be an aspect, if you guys are in a relationship, I feel like you're overworking yourselves at the moment rather than being in the relationship, and you're focusing on work aspects at the moment, and you're taking up your time with that instead of focusing on the other relationships that are in your life. If you guys are single right now, I do feel like maybe there's some sort of friendship that's not really connecting right now, or you feel kind of like disconnected from people. Maybe you even purposely feel disconnected from people because you're like, I just want to work on my own stuff right now. Or it could just be like, you know, now's not a time of like, we all go through these phases of feeling like, wow, I'm just like completely hermit mode right now. And I feel like you guys are going through a little bit of that at the moment. And then we do also have the 10 of Wands. It's like you guys are pushing forward right now. You're taking on extra responsibility. You're taking on extra work right now. I feel like you guys are just like machines right now when it comes to like the things that you're wanting to do in life. And I do feel like your finances are, you're working for your money, and you're working really hard for your money, but I feel like you guys are working overtime. I feel like you guys are coming home and then you still have work to do, and you're still just like, I just want to do this right now too, and I want to get this in order too. I feel like you guys are just like worker bees right now. You're like, I'm getting it, I'm doing it, I'm just gonna like continue on. So let's see what else we have in the cards to find out a little bit more information upon what's happening for you guys in this year. So we do have the card of Manifest. I feel like you guys are really trying to bring some new things into your life. I feel like you guys are really trying to take things to a whole new level, and I feel like you guys are ready for change. You're really ready for change. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I'm scared of change. I feel like you guys are at a point where you're like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this new change. And I feel like you guys are beginning to like manifest some new things into your life, okay? Then we do also have Sacred Destruction. I feel like you're so ready to like stop the old routines. I feel like you're so ready to kind of change it up. And I feel like you guys are doing that. Again, with that 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are taking on an extra workload, honestly. And I feel like you guys are like, I just need to work on this every single day. I need to push myself every single day. But I also feel like the amount of obligations that you have, you're feeling like your book is a little bit piled up at the moment. Yeah, so I do feel like by the end of the year, you're going to really actually start to feel like, wow, I kind of need to change up that routine, because you're going to start to realize it's not exactly sustainable to stay in that sort of mode where we're constantly like work, 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 work. Also with this Two of Cups, I do feel like there's some sort of relationship that's feeling like left out. There could be a person that you might be not paying as much attention to, or something along the lines of that. And with that Sacred Destruction card, I do feel like there's going to be some deeper talks around a certain relationship, because maybe you're not making enough time for certain people in your life. So it could be your family members coming to you being like, you don't make enough time for us. Or it could be like a lover coming to you, or a friend or something like that, that is really wanting to be around you more. But somehow it's like, I feel like you guys are wanting to be alone right now. And then we also do have the Power card over here. So with this card, I feel like you guys are a little bit power hungry at the moment. You're really wanting to get ahead. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't feel like it's a negative power hungry. I don't feel like you guys are like, I must conquer the world. Maybe. But I feel like this is more along the lines of like, I really want to get ahead. I want to get my ish together. I want to feel successful. I want to feel like I've accomplished something. And so I feel like you guys are working really hard towards that right now. And that's why the Power card is coming up. I feel like you guys are like those power machines right now that are just like, I want this to work. And so you're kind of putting all of your eggs in that basket, and you're really just like shooting for the stars with it, if that makes sense. I feel like there's something you're really trying to manifest, and you're putting all your time towards it. Then we do also have the card over here of sensuality, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. So I do feel like by the end of the year, I feel like that's when you're finally going to be like, oh, I need to make some time for myself. I need to make some time for the other people in my life. I need to make some time for, you know, feeling good. I feel like you're going to kind of overwork yourself a little bit to where you're going to be kind of craving that sensuality. You're kind of going to be craving a comfortable space. And so when also I feel sensuality, I feel like when you come home at the end of the day, or even if you spend all of your day at home, I feel like you're going to be looking at your home being like, I want to make my space as comfortable as possible. I want to come home and feel really good. So you might be buying like new decor. You might be working on things in the home so that you feel a little bit more relaxed, so that you feel a bit more aligned and rejuvenated. And then of course we have organization. So I feel like you guys are going to be reorganizing your house. I feel like you guys are going to be reorganizing your schedule as well. Because again, I do feel like you guys have been working really hard. And I do feel like you guys are going to be like, okay, I kind of need to pay more attention to my schedule, especially because you're going to have somebody pretty close to you come to you and talk about how much you've been working. And they're really going to want, you know, a little bit more of your time, a little bit more of you. And so I do feel like you're kind of going to be rescheduling a little bit by the end of the year, and kind of reorganizing yourself a little bit, and making sure that you have like a balanced life instead of just all eggs in one basket. The next two cards that we have for you guys, we have Flames of Wisdom, the Crone. So I am open to all life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. And so with this card right here, I do feel like you guys are going to be learning a lot by the end of this year. I feel like you guys are going to be like, I can't just be a workaholic and then expect everything else in my life to be fine. It's not going to work out that way. So I feel like you guys are getting that like ancient wisdom that comes with the age, that comes as you age. And so I feel like you guys are going to be opening up to that and realizing a lot of those different things as well. And then we do also have the card of reach out. I reach out my hand and my heart to connect and unite all of humanity. And so I feel like by the end of the year, you're going to be like, oh, I actually need to reach out to people. I need to connect with people. And I feel like you're also going to realize, I feel like you're constantly denying help. And I feel like by the end of the year, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I should ask for help. You know, people offer me their help all the time. I should honestly just take them up on it at some point, because I think it's going to be really helpful for you to do that. And I do see you guys finally reaching out to the rest of the world, wanting that connection, wanting those feelings, wanting to feel a little bit more balanced in your life and add in those different aspects. And then we do also have the first house of the body, and then Pisces, I believe. And so with the first house, the body, this is all about Aries, this is the ram, this is defining yourself, truly defining yourself, and also just going for it, feeling like you're the ram. It's time to just ram it out. It's time to just go for it. And this is also like feeling, who do I want to be? What do I want my life to look like? And this is also really focused on yourself, your body, your self-image is going to be a big thing that you might focus on by the end of the year as well. So how you see yourself, the self-love that you give yourself at the end of the day, things like that. And so sensuality, making yourself feel comfortable, making yourself feel sensual. And one of the best ways to do that is taking care of yourself, taking care of your body and things like that. So it might be a big thing that you guys are focused on and thinking about as well. And then we do also have Pisces, I believe, as our last card. So with this card, this is recognizing our deeper subconscious thoughts, our deeper subconscious patterns, realizing that whatever we think is what we end up manifesting. And I do think dreams are going to stick out to you a lot with that Pisces card, because Pisces rules our dreamland, our dream world. It's ruled by Neptune. And so focusing in on those emotions, focusing in on your psychic abilities as well, and opening up that intuition. And I also feel like you guys need another card on this pile. I'm really feeling like we need another one. All right. Ooh, we got solar eclipse revolution. So I do feel like by the end of the year is a whole revolution of realizing new things. This is a time of like, solar eclipses are so powerful. They're so intense. Okay, guys, this is like our life. We have like this massive turning point and our life just goes whoosh, and our whole life is swept in a whirlwind around us. And so this revolution, I feel like by the end of the year, when you have these deeper talks with people that are closer to you and you're kind of like reorganizing your life, I feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like there's going to be this switch, this new idea that kind of like comes out. And let's see if I can see anything else in here with that Two of Swords. Two of Swords is kind of sticking out to me to come back to talk to. So I do feel like you guys are finally taking off a veil. I feel like there's something that you're going to be so ready to like show off and put out there, especially in terms of like business or something like that. I do feel like someone else might reach out to you as well, somebody who maybe hadn't like was thinking about constantly talking to you but hasn't talked to you, because we do have the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, and the twos and twos kind of are really calling to me too. And so I do feel like you guys might have like a secret admirer that's been admiring you from afar. You might hear from them. They might send you a message by the end of the year, things like that. So I do feel like you might be surprised with that. And let's see if we have anything else over here. Yeah, I definitely see someone like a secret admirer, or somebody who's going to really start to open up about their feelings around you. Someone who, it could even be someone that's close to you that hasn't opened up about their deeper feelings yet. And I feel like you're going to hear about that by the end of the year, someone's deeper feelings for you, and what's really going on in their head, what's really going on in their mind. But I feel like they've been too shy to like fully express themselves in the past. And so I feel like they're finally going to express their deeper thoughts that they have, however that turns out to be. But yeah, I feel like somebody close to you is definitely expressing their deeper thoughts towards you. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It could also be somebody that you do not know. When we have the Two of Cups being reversed, it might be, though I do feel like for most of you guys, you do know this person. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. Pile number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, I finally brightened up my camera for this last pile. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that for the other piles, but like, here we are. So if you guys chose pile number 5, this is going to be your 2020, rest of 2020, the rest of 2020 prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 5, here's what we have for you guys. We start off with the 10 of Pentacles being reversed, then we have the 3 of Cups upright, then we have the Hangman reversed, High Priestess reversed, then the 5 of Wands upright. So let's talk about what all of this is kind of signifying. So first off, I'm really being drawn towards talking about the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the 5 of Wands right now, because the High Priestess, when it's reversed, lets me know that you guys feel like you can't really express something, that you guys feel like you can't really talk about something that's been on your mind lately. And so that can be like there's something intuitively that you're like, am I ready? Am I ready for this? And, oh my God, there's like totally a hair in my face. It won't go away. Oh my God. So I feel like there's something that is on your mind and you feel like you're not quite ready to share it. But there's something that it's kind of like bothering you. And when we have the Hangman that's reversed as well, it's feeling like you're kind of stuck by it and you're needing a new perspective on it. And maybe it's people around you that need a new perspective as well. Maybe you're worried about other people's perspectives. The Hangman talks about, it's the card about perspective. And so I feel like if you change your perspective, I feel like it's going to be it's going to be fine, but you need to change your own perspective about it. You need to also, I do feel like perspective is a big issue. And then we also do have the Five of Wands, which also talks about clashing perspectives. There's somehow a clashing perspectives situation that's happening, and you guys are like, I don't know how to express myself, because when I do, I feel like it's going to be absolutely misunderstood and clashed, and that there's going to be disarray and chaos if I share like this thought or this feeling that I have. So I do feel like by the end of 2020, you're really going to be, it's this back and forth, like, do I just keep it in the dark, or do I come out and say it, or do I just, what do I do? So this could be around the situation of work, this could be around the situation of family, this could be around the situation of friends, something along the lines of that. But again, you guys are feeling like you need to express something. Phone just turned on in the corner. That was really weird. You guys feel like you are needing to express something, and you're curious about whether or not you should express it, because again, I feel like you guys are playing out a scenario in your mind about how it might be perceived. So now let's go to the beginning of it. So that's by the end of September, December, by the end of the year, that you're going to be really kind of like going through those thoughts. You might even be feeling a little bit of that now, but by the end of the year, it's going to be pretty prominent, I feel like. But to start us off, we do have that Ten of Pentacles reversed. And so this is kind of feeling like, the Ten of Pentacles feeling is, when it's reversed, is feeling like we're not really feeling our job too much anymore. We're not really feeling like we have the abundance that we desire right now. And we're kind of distracting ourselves with a lot of friend time and things like that, because we do have the Three of Cups. And so there's something that's bothering you in family life, or something that's bothering you in career. And you continue to kind of like distract yourself with this Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is celebration, okay? So you're distracting yourself by like talking to friends. You're distracting yourself by, filling your time with things that you enjoy, which is nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. Life should be enjoyed. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you're using it a little bit as a way to distract yourself from this certain thing that's been on your mind, that's been on your chest, that you're like, I need to get this off my chest. But is it the right time? That's the big question. So the next card that we have the Sage. This is all about clearing away negative energy. I feel like you guys are being clouded right now. I feel like because of this certain thing that you're like needing to get off your chest, I feel like you are harboring a lot of like fear energy, a lot of worry energy, a lot of like playing out all these different scenarios in your head is creating this perpetual energy that's around you that's a little bit of a damper on your energy. So I feel like you guys need a good energy clearing. That's why we have the Sage coming up. You guys need to let go. You guys need that freedom to just let go and be free. Liberate yourself. And also surround yourself by really, really good energy. I feel like this is a time of surrounding yourself by good energy, surrounding yourself by good people, and it'll help you kind of through this situation by the end of the year. And then we also have the card of Get Wild. Oh my God. We literally have the card of Get Wild. So this is about like, we literally have a wolf on here that's like howling his voice. And so to me, this card signifies being able to finally speak up. And so I do feel like by the end of the year, maybe even going into the beginning of next year, you guys are finally going to be able to really speak up, and you're like, I'm just going to let it out. I'm going to liberate, let it go. That was so flat. Anyway, you're finally gonna be able to let go. And then we also have the Sovereign. So this is like, the receptivity of this is fine as long as you remain in a sovereign state. I feel like everyone else around you is gonna remain in a sovereign state. I feel like this is all in your mind. This clashing is all in your mind. I really feel like, there might be questions that are asked about this certain thing, but I don't see it going bad. Okay, when we have Sovereign coming up, whatever it is that you're needing to get off your chest, whatever it is that you're needing to say, I don't see it ending badly. I feel like with this Sovereign card, I honestly see this actually going well, and I feel like you're going to be like, everything's fine. I don't know why I was worried. It's fine. There might be a little bit of that clashing of ideas because we do have that Five of Wands, and so it could be that people just don't understand you, or they need more information upon whatever information that you're bringing to them, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's totally fine. I feel like it's received fine because we have that Sovereign card that's right there. And so I do feel like you're finally gonna be able to like liberate yourself, get some things off your chest. Maybe it's like some stuff from your past that you really want to talk about. Maybe it's some stuff from, current situations that are going on that you really want to talk about, things like that. But somehow you're just feeling like that throat chakra is blocked. And you're feeling like you can't speak up for yourself, but you're going to be able to by the end of the year. And then we do also have this card of passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. So with this card right here, I do feel like you're gonna feel so liberated to be able to get that off your chest. I feel like you're gonna be like, oh my God, I can be myself. Because when we feel like we can't speak, we feel like we're saying no to ourselves. We feel like we're putting a cloak on ourselves. We feel like we're not allowing ourselves to be authentic. And once you finally liberate yourself, I feel like you're going to be like, oh my God, I can be me. I can be passionate. I can let my inspiration out. I can like sing. And I feel like that's finally going to be like what you guys go towards, what you guys start manifesting into your life. And again, there's the number 11 on it. This is a master number. So this is like really feeling like, this is also inspiring other people around you. The master number 11 is someone who inspires other people around them. They have a lot of energy for one. They have a lot of energy to give to other people. They're very energetic people. They're very like, and I feel like you're finally gonna be able to be that again once you kind of like really release whatever's been on your mind. And I feel like you're also going to be able to activate in other people to speak their authentic truth as well, because that's what master number 11 does. We have another repetitive number, another angel number. We have the number 33 over here with creativity. I feel like you're finally going to be, oh my God, you're going to feel so much more yourself after you kind of just like, I don't know, is it something heavy that's on your mind? Because somehow whenever you kind of get it off your chest, it's like you literally unplug the plug that's been blocking all of your passion, all of your creativity. It's been like blocking all that, and all of a sudden I feel like you're finally going to be free, you're going to be liberated, you're going to feel creative, you're going to feel like I can just be me and I can follow my passion and I'm not judged for it, I can just do this, I can do that. It's going to feel really, really good. I feel like you can finally get wild, you can finally howl on the moon, you can finally be you, and you finally are understood because you're fully authentic and stuff like that. So I'm definitely seeing like a theme happening over here. If you guys aren't resonating with this pile, maybe you picked the wrong pile, but I'm really just picking up on a lot of this sort of energy right now. Hopefully it resonates for you guys. Then we also have the water element. I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes in life. So it's so funny when I'm reading the rhyming cards and I go to these cards that don't rhyme. I always expect it to rhyme at the end, and then I'm like, it didn't rhyme. What's that happening? But anyway, this is going along with the flow of life, and I feel like you're finally going to feel back in the flow. So by the end of the year, after you finally liberate yourself, I feel like you're going to finally feel like you're back in the flow of life. I feel like life is going to, all of a sudden the sun comes out, all of a sudden you're feeling really, really good. All of a sudden you're able to like live. You feel like you can finally live. And you're able to just like, I feel like life is going to start to move again, if that makes sense. It's almost like you've been a paused picture for a while, and you've paused the movie for a while, and you're just like, but then all of a sudden you press that play again and you're like, oh, and things finally feel like they're flowing again. And then we also have the card of gratitude. I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. So yes, there's lessons in it. There's certain times that, you know, when we express ideas, there's conflict, there's opposing opinions, there's questions about it, there's people that don't understand you, and being able to have these deep conversations and being able to have the courage to have these deep conversations is where we then get gratitude for having everyone in your life that brings lessons to you, because we learn and grow from other people. People are going to learn and grow from you and the things that you have to share, and you're going to be learning from those people and they're going to be learning from you. It's like a two-way street, okay? So I feel like there's this huge gratitude that's going to come in and take place, and you guys are going to be feeling honestly really powerful and really good, and it's beautiful, okay guys? It's beautiful. And then our last three cards that we have Libra, I balance, and so this is all about relationships, this is all about love. The fact that we have Libra and passion over here, that was a loud engine, could be talking about the fact that I do feel like you're going to feel closer than ever to friends. You're going to be closer than ever to people that you love and people that you're surrounded by. Also, Libra, it's the card that rules judgment. It's the card that rules like justice and things like that. And so I finally feel like you're going to feel justified after letting out kind of your deepest, darkest feelings as well. So not that they're like super deep or dark, I don't know, whatever it is that you guys are thinking of, but I feel like there's a lot on your chest that you need to release, and it feels like it's like your deepest feelings. And I feel like you're going to be liberated because of that. You're going to finally feel justified because of that. And then we also have Mercury, mind. And so I think there's a lot of conversations that are going to be had, a lot of, honestly, a lot of deep conversations that are going to be had by the end of the year with this Mercury card. This is all about like da 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 da, talk over here, talk over there, we're talking everywhere. So also it's like learning, we're learning so much. Mercury is the ruler of knowledge and books and things like that, and I feel like you guys are going to be on this like binge of just like learning new things, feeling new things, and I feel like you're learning most from deep conversation that you guys are having, especially with that Five of Wands that we had over here. And then we also have the card Aries, which is I am, and so I finally feel like you're going to feel you again. I feel like you've felt a little bit lost, a little bit blocked in yourself, and you're finally going to be able to like liberate and redefine who you are and finally step into being who you are. I feel like you've felt that you've been off for the past little while again, because again, you guys haven't been like fully speaking your truth, and because of that, you guys have felt like nobody's really understood you, and you felt like you weren't you. Whenever you're not authentic and whenever people don't fully understand you and you're not fully expressing yourself, there's an aspect that feels like it is shut off. There's a big part of you that feels like you're letting a bunch of your energy go, because that is what you're doing. You're blocking a lot of your energy that way. But if you just liberate yourself and you're just fully open and honest with people, you open up those gates, you open up those floodgates, energy can flow in, energy can flow out. You finally feel more energized, you finally feel less lazy, you finally feel like on top of the world. So I feel like that's like you guys by the end of the year. So I'm sending you guys all my love. I hope it all works out for you guys amazingly. And I'm sending you guys so much love. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys have not already. Also, before we go, actually, I'm kind of like getting a calling to like come back to this for whatever reason. Why am I getting a call to like look at this one more time? I'm being called to the Three of Cups. So what is this signifying? That was a big piece of furniture that just got moved. Okay, let's see what this Three of Cups is signifying for us. So the Chariot being reversed over here. So somehow you guys feel like you've been, maybe in your friend group as well, you've been feeling like you're being pulled in a direction that isn't authentic to you. Maybe even in your family, you've been feeling like you're being pushed or pulled towards a direction that doesn't feel authentic to you, because, and I feel like the reason why you're being pushed towards that is because you haven't been open and honest about what you want, who you are. I feel like once you're open and honest about who you are with your friends and your family, I feel like they're going to finally be like, oh, I'm so sorry to have imposed on you. I'm so sorry to have pushed you in that direction. I didn't realize that you didn't want that. I feel like that's going to be like a kind of a big realization. It could also be that, you know, people don't really understand why you don't want these certain things and stuff like that. But I also feel like, you know, with the Chariot reversed, currently you have been pushed in a direction where you don't feel as authentic to you. But the only way to fix that is to let your authenticity out, to speak your authenticity, okay? And then people will finally understand you. Even if they don't, you know, approve of whatever it is that you want to do with your life or whatever, that doesn't matter. As long as you're authentic, as long as they understand you, life becomes a lot easier. So all my luck out to you, my little babies. I love you guys so much. Sending you guys all my love. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your year. Sending you guys so many blessings. So love you guys so much. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. And I'll see you guys in my next video.